jujube. No, you cannot eat
my
the main
God.
event. It's the main event, not the main course. I had to
Right,
scoop his
exactly.
butt up and go. Hey guys, this is Erin. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to learn all there is to know about living in Richmond, Virginia, tap that like button, hit subscribe, and click that little bell so you're notified every time we release a new video. Hey everyone, welcome back to Living in Richmond, Virginia, here for another business spotlight. And we are here with the wonderful Sydney Colston from Classic Party Rentals of Virginia. Hey Sydney.
Hi.
So excited to have you here with us. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Sydney, and how you got into the party rental business.
So, one, it's a little hard to sell myself. I can sell anything to anybody, but selling myself is a little hard for me to do. I got into the rental business through my aunt, Nina, who owns the company. When I got out of high school, she asked me if I wanted to come help out with paperwork, and that was 20 years ago. So I've been here.
Come help with paperwork, right?
I've been here off and on since 2006. I went away for a little bit and got into the medical field and optometry, and then ended up bartending as well. And now I'm back here at Classic Party Rentals.
I love it. Well, it takes all of the different things that you've done and brings them into the perfect like persona,
Right.
Of all the different hats you have to wear to do this.
Exactly.
So
yes.
It's perfect. Sydney, what would you say is your why?
So I'm still currently working on my why.
Okay.
Decisions in my 20s were a lot different than my decisions in my 30s, which are a lot easier and more positive. So that's something that I'm still working on currently, but hopefully it'll all work out and I'll figure it out soon.
For sure. For sure. So maybe talk to everyone about how do you create a memorable event through party rentals, through what your company offers?
So our company offers, I pride us on our linen choices. We have so many different fabrics and different colors, everything that can just make your event more vibrant than a white tablecloth or something that's neutral. We have things, flatware, glassware, china that just will bring different aspects of your event and make it beautiful. If you don't like a way that a wall looks in your event space, we can pipe and drape it, and you can do uplighting, and it just makes a ton of difference with the things that we can do.
It's really, really amazing. And I can speak from absolute experience because Sydney totally saved the day for an event that I just hosted personally. And we'll get a little bit more into that. So Sydney, what would you say that your adolescent self would not recognize about you today?
So I talked to my aunt about all these things earlier, and she said that I would not have straightened my beautiful curly hair. She is jealous of my hair, rightfully so.
She should be. She should be.
But I think my adolescent self wouldn't, expect to be a successful salesperson for Classic Party Rentals. I never imagined working for Classic. Even though it's a family business, and I always wanted to be a veterinarian or a nurse, and I bartended for a while, and now I'm doing party rentals. So it's pretty way off of my vision in life, but it's working out for me. So I absolutely enjoy it.
You're great at what you do.
Oh, thank you.
And not that I had been in touch. I mean, I can't, you can say, well, what's your reference point, Erin? Nothing, because I had never been in touch with any company in regards to doing any kind of rentals, because I'd never had the need for this before. But I can definitely tell you that when I put the word out amongst my realtor mastermind group and said, hey, who in the area do you get in touch if you need to rent a bunch of things for a big event? And every single person that responded, they all said y'all's business. And
Great.
You were the first one who responded off of things, and I could tell, even though I'd never done it before, I'm like, this girl knows her shit.
Ah,
This person knows what they're doing, and they're gonna take. It's gonna be okay. It's
yes,
gonna be okay.
absolutely. Absolutely. That's my goal. Keep everybody cool, calm, collective, and enjoy your event. Don't worry about it. Just let us handle it.
Literally there too. And let me talk about that a little bit too. Is like I originally was kind of looking through all the stuff, and your website is really easy to use, by the way.
Yeah.
Unlike a lot of other people, they're definitely not as easy. I knew that I was going to have to put a bunch of people out on an outside deck, and we know it's been just like horribly hot lately, right? We got really lucky that day, and it was nice and cool. But I didn't want to chance it. And so they had the big fans, and it was you, Sydney, that actually said, hey, there are these other things you can get. We don't carry it, but I bet you could contact different things. And literally, I'm like, okay, as I got off with you and I was going to look for all of them, all of a sudden, here comes the email from you, and you're like, hey, I found them. I can get them for you. Do you want them? And I was like, I love this girl. I love this girl. It was just, and they were a godsend, and everyone was
Yeah.
all like, that cool cross breeze is so nice in here. Like they didn't even notice them because they were
Yeah.
so pleasant.
Right.
So
Yeah. That's awesome. Great. I'm glad to hear
perfect.
that.
That was the only thing. You're like, oh, great. You're talking about something that doesn't even come for us. But you had the know-how, you knew what to do, you had called, and here's the best thing too. Even though you guys aren't the same company, you were talking to, when I said who we were using to do catering, that y'all were communicating back and forth to make sure that everything made sense. And
Absolutely.
that just touched my heart. That
Yes.
touched my heart. That was really, really awesome. All right. Sydney, I know that you didn't necessarily see yourself in this role. You didn't necessarily think you'd be still doing it at this point. You had other things that you envisioned, right?
Right.
What would you say is important to you at this stage in your life and your career?
So in my career, definitely reaching our sales goals. That is my not main priority, but it feels very good to. We run such a successful business, and it takes more than just the salespeople. We have our
Oh, yeah.
warehouse that cleans the dishes, packs all the orders. We kind of just are the face of everything that puts it together. And reaching our sales goal is probably one of the best feelings. It's very rewarding for us.
Yeah.
And also not getting fired by my aunt. She has done that twice and brought me back both times. So this is third time's a charm. So here we are.
Third time's a charm. Well, anything that I've experienced with you, you're definitely getting the amazing review on y'all's site. So that should count for something. So
Yes,
where's my bonus?
Absolutely.
All right. So Sydney, let's kind of talk a little bit now more about how it pertains to real estate. What part of the Richmond area do you live in?
So I live in Chesterfield.
Okay.
I guess more so South Chesterfield than in more of the heart of Chester, I guess you could say. So not necessarily Chesterfield, but the heart of Chester is where I'm at.
Gotcha. And what made you pick that area?
Family. My aunt and I are super close. She's practically my second mother. She should be. She treats me just as well as my mom and reprimands me just like my mom does. So we
and fires you just like your mom.
Yeah, right. And then the next day she's like, I love you. I'm like, yeah, that was not ever a question. Like I deserved it. It's fine. But we have a smaller family, and all my cousins live up here, and their kids, my aunts, my uncles, everyone lives in Chester. So it was a no-brainer to come here.
Got it. That makes sense for sure. All right, Sydney, if money was no object, where would you live in Richmond and why?
So if money were no object, I definitely would not be in Richmond. I'd be out in Bora Bora or Greece somewhere,
Well, of course. Okay. So let's say maybe Reel it in a little bit, right?
Be
If it was in
realistic.
the Richmond area, money was no object. What area do you think you would live in?
I still think I would be in Chesterfield, but I would be on more of a farm type thing.
Okay.
I want ducks, I want chickens, I want goats, and you know, that is my dream, to have a house and it be able to take care of all these animals and have lots of dogs, not necessarily
Mhm.
cats. Not really a fan of cats, but
Okay. The vet thing probably wouldn't have worked out
right,
then,
you
you know?
know. I've had cats, but they're just temperamental. So, but yeah, I think I would definitely be somewhere with a lot of land that all these animals could just roam and be free and live a happy life.
I love it. I love it. I love me some animals too. I'm gonna have to introduce you to my kitty cat, Choo Choo Bee.
Oh,
He will turn he will change your thoughts about cats.
yeah.
Oh my god. Now he did try to eat our main, guests, the baby goats at my event,
Oh
which
no.
would have been very all I heard was, like, commotion, everyone kinda giggling. Of course, he couldn't have gotten him,
Right.
but I'm like, "Choo Choo Bee, no, you cannot
Oh
eat the
my
main event."
god.
It's the main event, not the main course. I had to
Right,
scoop his
exactly.
butt up and go run him upstairs and lock him up in one of the rooms,
Oh man,
he was yowling and in the windows entertaining everyone. I was just like, "Oh my god, Choo everything's been going so
that's
well, and you
hilarious.
almost ruined everything." Cat. All right, Sydney, I know that we've never actually, worked together real estate-wise, right? But do you have any
Right.
particular memories of working with me on the event that we did together very recently that you can share?
Yeah. So, well, mainly you were like, I'm old enough to be your mom. I'm like, no, I don't think that.
No,
So,
probably am.
yeah, no. So now you're like my big sister. So
There
I
you go.
thought, and then definitely you telling me about the baby goats and inviting me. Actually, you actually invited me to come to your house
Of
to see
course.
the baby goats after your event. But unfortunately, we were out on our sales retreat, which was great. But yeah, I thought that was awesome. You just seem like a wonderful person. I actually, after we got off the phone, I was telling my aunt, I was like, gosh, I talked to this lady, Erin, and she just seems so vibrant and full of life. And she just sounds so awesome. And she had looked into some of your videos and links, and she was like, have you watched any of them? And I was like, yes, she's cool.
Whatever. That's super, super cool. No, you guys were just y'all were so awesome. You had everything and anything, that you could think of. You were so cool. The whole team was so cool about, um it was a little bit of, like, back and forth on things because 'cause I'm like, "Okay, we've got this much stuff," but the numbers kept on increasing, and
Yeah,
everyone I could tell everyone was like, "Well, oh, the normal ratio of people that, like, show is this
yeah.
to this, people aren't gonna do like that," and I was just like, "I can't be blindsided by not having." I'm like, I said, "I've gotta have more. I've gotta have
Yeah,
more,"
yeah, and then it felt like your
And
account was just growing and growing from the time that I spoke to you. It's just like, it was only supposed to be 15 people, and now it's 60.
right, right. I'm like, "Oh my god. Oh my god," and I was like, "This is awesome, just keep on," and everybody seemed like, "You're so chill, you're so calm about that." I'm like, "Yeah," and then it was like, as we got into about the, 72 hours out, that's when the, dread set in
Yeah,
that I'm like, "What have I done? Can we really pull this off?" And the answer was because of Classic Party Rentals of Virginia, the answer was yes, and it looked phenomenal. It looked phenomenal, and I just can't thank you guys enough.
yeah,
Perfect,
absolutely. That's what we do. Make
perfect,
events happen.
perfect. Very, very good. And they do delivery too, so I didn't have to try to track all the stuff down. The stuff showed up, and they
Yep.
came and picked it up on that Monday. It was phenomenal, phenomenal. Well, Sydney, I so appreciate you getting on here with us, and, if for anyone that needs any help whatsoever with any kind of special events, please get in touch with Sydney, and all our contact information is below. She's terrific, and they will take amazing care of you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Erin.
Thank you, Sydney, and thank you everyone for tuning in again, and remember, leave everything better. Once again, if this is your first time to our channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about living in Richmond, Virginia, tap that like button, hit subscribe, and click that little bell so you're notified every time we release a new video.